Hey guys, hi, I'm Kim Pinkney and welcome to my channel. How you guys doing this morning? Or evening for some of y'all. Alrighty, okay dokie. Let's see, who is here? Let me come back over there. Just wanted to make sure I was in the camera. Hey Julie, hey Tattooed Hearts. Hey Julie, I didn't know if you got my message, but I did send your package on Saturday. So it is off and running, and the clock is a ticking. Let's see. Where were we? I was going to do a picture of, and hey, Tattooed Hearts. Hey, I was going to do a picture of, what's it called? Make sure that everybody's off and running. Excellent, excellent. Wolverine sitting on top of a sentinel. So a big sentinel head that he probably just took down. And I wanted to kind of make him like sexy. I found one picture that was just like too risque, so I'm gonna save it for somebody else. And I'm trying to remember how big the sentinels are versus the actual people. So I'm gonna make like half the sentinel head like on its side, and probably just with an eye, with a little bit of the light kind of like right here looking up. There is, let's see, they've got a nose. Let me turn this thing on its side so it's easier to look at. You are welcome. It was my pleasure. Luckily, I have that other picture that's inside this book, so I won't feel bad about giving up like an original picture. I'm like, oh gosh, I'm gonna miss you, Mel. And then I'm like, but you're going to a great home. Let's see, so just wanted the light right here. This will probably be black. And I want to try to make this as mechanical looking as possible, so this will probably take a few days. Let's see. And I was thinking of maybe him kind of resting his foot on the nose, maybe straddling, and then kind of maybe the other way. Since his, I'm gonna kind of have him. Let's see. I don't want him small. Let's see, the angle's wrong. Let's see. Julie says he sure is. Hey, Tattooed Arts. Did you miss me, hun? Did you miss me? Let's see. Okay, I wanted a really good picture of his head, his torso, and you know what? I can always break this to bring his leg down lower if I need to. Yeah, we'll break it. We'll break up some of this sentinel head. I want this to kind of be like one of those pictures that you've never seen before, or that nobody's ever seen before. Okay, so this is his torso. Got me sketching this morning. Adele, a little bit. I only liked Rolling in the Deep from her music. I can't stand there's a few songs of hers that I just like, oh my gosh, like nails on a chalkboard type of thing. And I didn't think I'd ever say that about Adele. but it's like pop garbage. I don't know. They played it all the time on the radio, but I have not heard anything recent from her. So I can't judge her if she's got some new stuff out. Okay, now this is almost looking like a Jim Lee where he's got like all that crap all over the place and then makes it into like magic. It's like Bob Ross doing his like little happy clouds, and it's like, oh well, out of this maelstrom of lines and whatnot, here's a gorgeous guy, you know. Here's a happy Wolverine. Okay, so what? It almost looks like he's doing the Sentinel. Give me a second. I gotta get my proportions right. I'm like, that's screwing him in the ear. The Sentinels have openings. Okay, let's see. I might have to move everything up this way. My daughter gave me her iPad, and I'm like making the last of the payments on it. And so I might end up doing some digital work too, especially if I'm going to do a coloring book. I'm going to get those outlines really nice. Let me see. Okay, let me look at my little source images, because I have like a couple different poses that I wanted to use. So right here I am using one of those, what do they call them? Helmsworth boys. I'm using one of their abs here. And we'll have to probably make this a lot bigger. And he's like holding a surfboard. Now I know Wolverine is, oh, here we go. We'll have him bursting out like one of them alien babies. But he's still, everything is still too far over to the side here. Because I wanted to get his arms kind of outwards. Let's see, do I even have... I had a picture where I really liked how the arms were, and it's not in this set. Okay, no worries. Let me see if I can find it. But that's okay. We'll keep going with what I've got. Because the other picture is with him kind of making this weird... Here we go. We'll just keep the arms like this. Okay, let's see. We've got to get the face going. That way we keep our interest, or at least my interest. Let's see. Yeah. I love Set Fire to the Rain. Turning tables. I don't know. You know, I don't listen to radio. So I am not hip to the stuff that's playing now, which is really sad. Man, I have a boring life. I used to listen to radio when I was driving. I'll get back into driving again, and then I'll listen to radio stations where I can't change the music, and they just bombard me with the same thing over and over again. Okay. Let me get this going here. So his face is going to be looking right at us. I don't want to throw things off here. I wanted his face to be as big as Mel's, But if I do that, I just won't have, I won't be able to get his, at least a good portion of his body in. But then again, I can always adjust the Sentinel just a bit and even throw another head in here, so we kind of have like a, you know, like a bunch of Sentinels kind of looking at him, or at least one here. We'll have it on fire because, you know, just doing fun things in front of a fire is just like, why not? Let's see. I'm going to see if I can capture Hugh Jackman's likeness here. And then I'll Wolverine him up. I'll be back in the chat in a second. I'm just like looking at my source image, like pretty heavy. I might want to find a Wolverine picture where he's really got some expression. It's funny, the actors themselves don't always have, you know, because, you know, they're actors. They don't always have, in their little glamour shots and stuff like that, where they're posing for GQ or something like that, as much personality as when they're doing, you know, they're kind of bland. So this picture, it doesn't have as much personality as a Wolverine who's just like, I just took out like 2 Sentinels, and you wanna have a, you wanna go around in one of my Sentinels here, or you haven't lived until you've done it on a Sentinel type of thing. Let's see. Wolverine's got like a lot of hard lines and stuff like that on his face. Let's see, but Hugh Jackman has very thin lips, like Wolverine, I guess. It's funny, I don't recognize the sides of his face. I'm like, wait a minute, you know, because I can see like it's like Wolverine is not Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is not Wolverine. You know, it's the actor. The actor. You gotta separate the comic book character from the actor. Oh, it's funny. It's just funny because it's like he's totally out of character in this picture. So let me see if I can throw him a little bit in character using another picture. Now here's where he's got like expression. It's not like I'm just looking pretty for looking pretty sake. And I can get all butchy with his eyebrows. throw some like wisps of hair. Sideburns. Gosh, it's hard when everything is like off to the side here. I'm gonna have to redraw this. I'm sorry if it's hard to see. I'm trying to make sure. Okay. I'm gonna have to I like his expression on here better. Oh, don't want to get rid of all his teeth. It's like what I'm... Okay, something's wrong with this nose here. Okay, let's see. His eyes are way over here. There we go. It's 539. Okay, Kim. I'm gonna look at one of the coloring books, one of the comic books, to see some of the other lines that I might be missing off of his face, because he always looks like he's gotten very little sleep, up drinking all night. And let's see. Okay, I am looking at the chat now. More than likely, either that or I'm going to go ahead and have him wearing like his outfit, but kind of torn or something like that, like he's been in a fight, you know, type of thing. Come on, Wolvie. I'm trying to decide if I want to give him like the grr look, because he's got a lot of grr looks. But I wanted to kind of give him like a naughty look. But I still want to keep the actor in here. Sucks drawing small. Yeah, a lot of it is a vest top would be good. Like the no. I want to. I don't know. I'm gonna look for. I do like the. Let's see. A vest top. I don't want him to be like. You know, too casual. I mean, he is an X-Men after all. I hate this pose. Okay. Yeah, for some reason it's just way too close to the edge. I need it. I need him at least a little bit more centered because I can't do anything with this arm. Okay, all right. Scratch that. Come back. Let's see. Where's my other eraser? Had to buy another eraser. Let's see. I don't know why I like more attractive guys with big thighs, smooth legs, soft lips. Uh. He's got a lot of personality. Sometimes it's the personality that will definitely make a guy that you're not usually into a lot more attractive. Like, there's one, like, I never used to be into Jean-Claude Van Damme, and then I saw him in this one movie where he didn't have any pants on. And I was like, oh, I'm in love. He had a nice tush, I guess. As soon as I saw his tush, that was it. I was in love. Nah, but yeah. No, but yeah, but no. Yeah, sometimes it's the personality that wins me over. Um, you know, you never know. You never know. You never know. Well, some people, I guess, are more attracted to one particular type. And I found that I'm attracted to guys that have like this rat-like face. It's really creepy. Where they have like big noses, deep eyes, deep set eyes. Um, I I am not attracted to like effeminate men. You know, like guys that look like Prince. You know, too put together, too pretty. I'm gonna have to put the Sentinel in as an afterthought. Let me see. Let me get his pose first. I'll erase that and use that page another time. Okay. I want him centered. And I want him to be able to turn his body like this. That way I can use both arms out. With claws. His torso is kind of bent like this. And we'll have him kind of bursting out of a sentinel head like a, but I kind of want like a sexy thigh popping up too. I was even thinking about having him looking down at us. With that kind of perspective, and he got like his big foot. That's kind of hot too. I guess where it would make the crotch kind of front and center is kind of what I'm thinking of, something like that. Something looking down on us like that. But I do kind of like this pose too. Yep, making a sketchbook into a sketchbook, definitely. Let's see. So maybe I can get the best of both worlds here. I don't want him to cross his leg. So I want him to kind of just come out enough so that you can tell that he's not quite completely dressed. Let's see. Mansploitation. There we go. Have that leg up for easy access. And then this will be like the sentinel edge. And then maybe a sentinel behind him. Let's see. I'm trying to think which one would be better. Kind of want it. You know, and I agree with you, Tattooed Hearts. It's like, she's like, oh yes. Yeah, I agree with you, Tattooed Hearts, where I think that would be pretty awesome too, to take a guy that you wouldn't normally find sexy and then make him sexy. And I think this is what this little series could be. It's like taking like an innocent looking guy, like maybe a Jimmy Olsen, and then making him like super hot with some like newspapers covering him or something like that. Or even Superman reading a newspaper, but he's like naked. You know, things like that. Let's see, we can have his hand kind of like this. And then, let's see, we got his thigh. Maybe his shoes coming out there. Just, and maybe we'll have some strategic bursting here. And maybe even sketch this body out. We'll come back to the Helmsworth in a second. I have to indulge in my let's see, you asked who I thought would be my ideal man. My ideal man is someone who's breathing, you know. Nah, you know, somebody I like, you know, people who are friendly, smart, someone I can learn from, do things, well, I don't know about necessarily do things with, I don't know. You know, he's got his own interests and stuff like that. You know, he knows where he wants to go in life. You know, it's not boring. I don't know. I just can't handle a boring guy. I will leave a handsome, boring guy in a heartbeat for someone who is, like, interesting and, you know, has their own mind, but they're not, like, cruel and selfish and stuff like that. You know, they want to share. Let's see. Like, I don't want to be someone's, like, you know, if I'm in your life, I want to be, at least, I want to have some priority. I've had a lot of guys that were like, they had their own little priorities, and I wasn't one of them. You know, I kind of see myself as wanting to, like, just fit in with someone's life, kind of like merging into a lane seamlessly. I don't want to be like this tremendous disruption. I want to be something that, like, enhances, so that, you know, It's like I want to be around this chick. You know, she does something for me. She does something for me. You know, because I remember when I was younger, I would really throw myself. Oh yeah, his blades are gonna be out. Like one's gonna be like here, where he's kind of lifting himself up. I could do it with a fist. That would be kind of cool too. And then just have his blades like right here. Let me make sure that this is in camera. Yeah, my poses are changing just a smidge. And I think I want his pants undone. I want to see like a little happy trail. Somewhere in this neck of the woods. Let me see. Let me get my torso back. And I'll focus on the face in a second. Okay. And I gotta exaggerate it for comic book purposes. Yeah. I might have to bring the head up just a smidge. Give him these broad shoulders. But yeah, I really have a hard time trying to determine, like say I'd come up with an idea of what I feel is like my ideal guy, and then I meet somebody who like goes against it, and it's like, okay, I got a new ideal here. So I don't really have like a set type. It just keeps changing depending on what I'm looking for. If it's just friendship and like booty calls and stuff like that, he's clean, he's nice, he's good. He's good at what he does. Maybe there's a potential to go a little further. You know, other than that, you know, the good time boy, I guess. But if it's somebody a lot more serious, they have to have a lot more going for them. They have a job, they're happy with themselves, and if they're not happy with themselves, they're actively doing something about it. You know, like, so like one day I was looking at this one guy on the bus, and he's like overweight and stuff like that, and I was wondering like if he had a great personality, would I still want him? You know, because looks aren't everything, but I do want somebody who doesn't have like a billion health problems that they could do something about. You know, and granted, this person, who knows what his struggle is. You know, do I want to make his struggle my struggle? Because there's been times when I don't want to say I've lost myself in a guy, but I definitely put myself second on a couple of occasions, and it just didn't work out. And when I started to put myself as a priority, it definitely didn't work out. So I try to stay away from narcissists, guys that are just so stuck on themselves that nobody else really frickin' matters unless what you can do for them. And so I try to stay away from guys like that, and because I met a lot of them. I met one that was just like so damn fine, but he did things that showed that I didn't mean shit to him. So I was like, okay, pretty face is not all that. And it was funny. There were times when I would say, Lord, send me a blah blah blah. I want this. I want this particular thing. But I would get those aspects and then some. Like I'm like, I want a gorgeous guy, or I want a nice guy. Give me a nice guy. So I get a nice guy who's a womanizer. Or I'd get a pretty guy, but he ends up being gay, you know, or closeted, or stuck on himself and crazy bi. I don't know. Um, there's just like, I just got to the point where I stopped asking. I'm like, I'm good now. There's been times when I just stopped asking. I was like, I'm done. I am so done. I'll go into another pond, or I would get a guy, freaking awesome, but I work with him, and I can't have that. I can't fish in the company pond. It's no. Um, I mean, there's this one guy that was just like breathtakingly gorgeous. I mean, I every time he walked by, I just like could not breathe. It took years to get over that, where I could see him, and we worked on the same floor, and he was just like, "Oh my God, I can't breathe. He better walk off because I can't frickin' breathe." You know, I've never came across anybody like that before, where, you know, they took your breath away without even trying, and didn't even know that they were doing it. You know, it's just like, wow. Um, so I figure that I have to have at least somebody I could talk to. So I wouldn't be able to hang with a guy like that. I have to be able to talk to you. Um, I have to be able to breathe. Breathing is fun. Breathing is good. It's necessary. It's a necessary evil. Okay, so we're definitely going to give him a nice, hairy, happy trail. Let me give him some... I'll let the pen do the work on that. Let's see. Yeah, I figure that Wolverine is like a bear. Really fuzzy. Nice and fuzzy. And I gotta put in my favorite parts here. The obliques, I think that's what they're called. I gotta give them a little bit of buns here too. So we'll have part of his suit here. And let's see, we'll have part of his suit here, where this is out. Let's see. I want him to look like an X-Man, so let's see. I can't remember if Wolverine's costume... Let me find another Wolverine picture. Because I think he had like a belt buckle or something like that that was an X. We'll have that partially obscured. We'll give him a big Texas-sized one. There we go. And Logan would wear... he would wear a cowboy hat every now and then. I could throw that on him. We'll just kind of have it like off the waist here. Kind of have it rest a little bit like that. Throw the belt like kind of like this. Make it kind of loose here. I could do the wife beater shirt, but I've already decided I want to really throw in bits of his costume. But then again, if I leave parts of his costume off, I'd be able to sell the picture. If I don't leave some of his costume off, well, I probably wouldn't be able to sell it anyway, but it doesn't matter. art is art. God dang it. Sorry for the incomplete thoughts. Okay. So Julie says I should draw a sexy blonde. Yeah. What should he be? I need to have, I want to put him in a context of a superhero. You know, like if I'm holding out for a hero, damn it. He's going to look like Jean-Claude Van Damme, but he's going to be like Gambit or something like that. That's how I saw this guy who was thick, not overweight, but thick, but he had a decent face, and when I saw how he acted and talked, I was like, this dude is an idiot, just swearing and acting dumb. Yeah, yeah. But some of those are the guys that have the most testosterone that just like, oh, like, wow, you know? It's like, let me just do him once, just once. Just a taste, and then I'll let it go. Nothing serious, just a little bit of candy here, you know, protected candy. Nothing too crazy. Okay, let's see. I want to make sure at least some of my anatomy is correct. Okay, it's 6:03. Let me step it up a little bit, and I'll bring it down so we can see the face a little bit and see if I'm nailing it here. And then I can work on it a little bit on the bust just to get... See, one of the things about Wolverine is he always looked kind of stocky. Not fat, but like short guy stocky. Like a little, I don't want to say pit bull, but like a little spunky guy, you know. I always thought that was cool. He was short, but could kick your ass like a dwarf, but not a dwarf. Let me see, dwarf but no dwarf. And I'm talking about Dungeons and Dragons type of dwarf, not little people dwarf. Okay, let's see if we can get those eyes. But then, yeah, okay. See, I'm using some of the actor and then some of the character, and hoping that the two will meet somewhere in between. Like the eyebrows are definitely the character, and I always thought that was hot. Like, I like Tom Cruise eyebrows, where they're just like so bushy and out there, and they have their own little zip code. Always like that about Tom Cruise. But like if I had like a, like when the movie came out, Top Gun came out, I would see that by, did I see that by myself? I think I saw that with other people. It wasn't a, oh no, I think I did see that by myself because it was a Tom Cruise movie. So hot. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, eyebrows. Tom Cruise eyebrows, nice and thick. I always thought that was really hot. So guys that didn't have like really thick eyebrows, you know, I don't want to say they didn't look as masculine, but that was one of the things that I thought was really masculine. So like Prince didn't have thick eyebrows. You know, his stuff was on point. So I was more interested like in the jock type guys who were athletic. I'm trying to think of, there was an isotoner guy, Scott Madsen, I think that's what his name was. Oh my god, he had a Bolo Flex body. Back when they had Bolo Flex, this exercise machine, and he did a lot of posters and made them lots and lots of money. But you know, they rarely showed his face, and when they did, it's like, oh yeah, he's the total package. He ended up having like some severe health problems later on in life, so his like career was kind of cut short. But he had this really crazy model body, and I think he had thick eyebrows, and I thought that was hot back in the day. I wasn't a facial hair kind of girl, not until later. I guess when it kind of grew on me. So I didn't think Burt Reynolds back in the day was cute. You know, I'm trying to think in terms of like TV shows of who I considered like my crushes and stuff. Let's see, like Willis from Different Strokes. I used to have a big crush on him. Let's see, Mino Palouse from what was it called? Voyagers. The little boy from Voyagers. We were about the same age. I was like, oh, he is hot. I like him. But then as I got older, his co-star, what's his name? John Eric Hexum. He committed suicide, and then I was like, oh my God, this man is gorgeous. He had this. He would have been like the ideal type. That I don't know if I would chase after him or if I'd be really good friends with him. Because I had like a lot of guy friends back in the day. They were nice to look at, but you knew that they were just so that you didn't want to date them. It's like, no, we'll just be friends. or maybe one of those times when you do, and it's like, you know, he really didn't know what he wanted or something like that. So he wasn't anything, you know. I didn't take him seriously, I guess. Guys like that, really pretty. I mean, super pretty. And me being black, I would go after like anything. My list of lovers is like a Chinese menu or like a food menu. French one night. Was it Eskimo one night? I don't know. It's just almost international USO or whatever you want to call it. I was all over the place when it came to the different men that I would go after. And it wasn't just because they looked a certain way. I mean, they had a personality. There was something about them that attracted me. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I like men that never saw me coming. You know, they didn't anticipate me, or it's like wow, you know, that sort of thing. I don't know. So I really can't say that I'm attracted to a certain type, like only blondes or mostly blondes or anything like that. Because I don't know. Equal opportunity lover, I guess that's what you could call me when I was younger back in the day. Let's see. Tattooed Heart says, I don't know if I should wear shorts tomorrow. For me, it's going to be 51 degrees in the morning, 71 degrees in the afternoon. Well, if you're not like me and you have to take a bus, 2 buses, to get to work, I'd say go with the shorts. Bump it. Or wear some light pants or something. You're in Cali, so you can get away with it. Plus 51 is probably a warmer 51 than a lot of the other nation, the rest of the nation. I think ours is going to start off hot right off the bat. I think we're at I think we'll be at like 60 degrees or something like that first thing in the morning. Yeah, for me, it's like if I wear sweats to get to work, I have to carry said sweats back home, and like today I'm debating whether or not I even want to take a jacket with me, because I know that it's going to be hot this afternoon. Okay, not quite sexy enough. I think I'm gonna have to work on him a little bit more. Maybe cock an eyebrow up or something. Definitely need to look for some more Hugh Jackman pictures. Not a bad... It's jeans, jumper, and a coat here. Oh, jeans, jumper. What's a jumper? I always wondered about that. Like, I found out that trainers were athletic shoes. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow on the lingo uptake. Because jumpers here are, what are they called? Overalls, kind of, sort of. At least that's what we had called them in California. I don't think we really called them jumpers. Woolly oh, okay, like a sweater. Okay. We always called it a sweater. Let's see. Here we go. Crooked smile. That'll work. Yeah, well, it is what it is. There we go. Now, if I throw a... I'm trying to think if I want to put a... What do you call it? Like a cigar in his mouth? Because he loves his cigars. And it kind of looks like a phallic symbol. Just a little. This big stogie sticking out of his mouth. I gotta make him look hotter. Must look hotter. This weird bulging eye here. Okay, it's 6:15, so I gotta start thinking about getting out of here. Oh, I gotta work on these eyes. Let's see. No eye patch for Wolverine. He heals. Let's see. No, I caught your message, Tattoo. I did have to go back up and look. You both probably popped up at the same time. Or here we go. If this was like a meme, it's like, yeah, I definitely smoke after sex. Now that I think about it, yeah, I definitely smoke after sex. See if we can fix his hair here. Let's see. I want this line to be more. Yeah, Hugh Jackman is definitely a great Wolverine. I don't think anybody else is going to be able to top this Wolverine. Kind of like how they did with Superman. I mean, it's like, how do you top that? How do you top Christopher Reeve? I don't know. I'm going to have to look at some comic books to make sure I'm buff enough here. Okay. Alright, so I know that there's some sort of him pecs. Okie dokie, I gotta get going. Hey, you guys, I'll catch you on the morrow, and I'll see if I can finish this up and move on to Bishop. I've got an idea for Bishop that I really want to play with. But if you could think of what character Jean-Claude Van Damme would look great as, you know, something that people would recognize, but also, you know, something like that. Okay, I gotta get going, you guys. I'll see you on the morrow. And you stay moisturized, tattoo hearts. Bye-bye.